What's up, guys? It's Team Dream Shooters here again. This is actually my first time I'm going to be doing a Buddyfight Deck profile, and I just want to gauge and see how many views I can get with this. And, you know, Buddyfight ended with, obviously, the season of Buddyfight Ace, so I thought I would do the protagonist deck of Buddyfight Ace with Dragon Worlds, DD Gargantua Dragon, and the DD Dragon Tribe deck, or EVO deck. So this is the first, or this is one of the iterations of the main character's protagonist deck, which is Yuga Mikado, Dragon World, and you know, I'm sure people are familiar with Buddyfight. If you aren't, leave a comment. Maybe I'll just, I could do info like that in the future. But yes, this is just one of my favorite decks actually. I really love Garga's design, and I really love the SPs in this game. I wish Vanguard SPs had characters on them, but you know, obviously it's not really kind of to the anime world that much, so but, you know, hopefully that will change in a D series. So yeah, we have the DD Draw DD. We have DD Gargantua Dragon as the buddy for starters, and then we're gonna get straight to the deck. For starters, I want one copy of Gargantua Dragon Raging Mode. Here's his ability. And you run him because you can search him out with DD Gargantua Dragon Revival Buddy, or you can search him out with the what's his name called, any EVO, or Combat DD Roar. The one Combat DD arises from the drop zone one, and he's basically just your finisher, as he has quad and, you know, no counter, so that's like a lot. It's a 12, 3 crit to the face, you know, so it's pretty scary and powerful. Next, I run one Galaxy Braveheart Gargantua Dragon, or Gargantua Quasar. Here's his ability. He's more just the toolbox. He's just good to fetch you cards, build up your hand, and then pull off triple attacks. And, you know, as a start Dragon World, my favorite world in this game. And, you know, maybe I'll do more deck profile on those in the future. Coming up, maybe, actually. And then next we won one DD Against All Gargantua Dragon Iron Wachter. So yeah, he's just your Ancient World version of Garga, and, you know, obviously Ancient World is just super powerful centers, and that's what this Garga is all about. Super powerful centers, and good for defensive turns too. And you build up a lot of hands, so you really don't lose anything out. And the last one I run for Gargas is Gargantua Dragon Cyclone Mode. So let's just get around stuff that'll tap your Gargas. Sorry. And yeah, he's basically just to attack and get around rusting your Gargas. And that's it for the one-ofs. Next I run 2 Gargantua Dragon Charging Mode. Here's the Gargantua Dragon Charging Mode's ability. This is your toolbox filter as well. So with Gargantua Quasar, you filter up your hand, and for this one you build up your gauge and life and hand, so you get a lot of it, but he doesn't have the stats that Galaxy Brave Garga has, or the what's it called, triple attack, counter and all that, penetrate, but yeah, he's still pretty good because, you know, he built up your gauge, and gauge is really needed in this deck. And next we run 3 of the buddy, which is going to be a DD Gargantua Dragon. Use Gargantua Dragon's ability. So he has your basic ability. This EVO is different because what's it called? You can draw a card, which is, with the other one it's different. Yeah, so he's just if you want to draw a card, if you don't have any Gargas in your hand, you can draw cards. Next I run 2 of the Revival Gargantua Dragon buddy. So here's his ability, and his use is to actually, like, I only have 1 copy of the spell to EVO from the drop zone, so he lets you EVO from the drop zone, and I like the SP so much. I should have bought more, but you know, it's okay. And on top of that, he actually has double attack, and they actually have different keywordings. like this, the Revival Buddy has double attack but no penetrate, and the normal version does, but the stats are the same and the call cost is different. So it's kind of like whichever one you feel like fits the situation more. But most of the time I go into the regular one, which is why he is the buddy, and on top of that you can search him out. And then lastly for Gargas, I run a what is this, DD Gargantuan Dragon dual mode. So this is the new Garga from Buddy Ragnarok. So you GF onto him, you pop 2, draw 2, and then your whole field gains 10k. So he basically just busts your field. Super powerful card and super good at just drawing cards and filtering out your deck and extending your combo plays. And he has like legit every keyword, so he is like the ultimate version of Garga. A GF mode at least. He's like the ultimate version of Garga. Actually, he's named DD in there. And I guess I forgot to figure out this last one, but I run obviously Gargantua Dragon Blade Mage, Gargantua Blade Mage. You know, so you GF onto him, you cast a spell, you pop stuff, and on top of that, you can deal 5 damage, which also sets you up for your impact later on. And next I run 1 Garbird. Here's Garbird's ability. When you GFO, basically use charge, gain life, and draw, and then souls cannot be dropped, so he protects their souls. I run 1 Garcat. Garcat is just your basic call, charge, and draw. And lastly, I run Guard Dog, of the Guard Trio, Prudent Guard Dog, and this is Prudent Guard Dog's ability. Also another filter when you call out a Garga, basically, because everything's all about drag odds. Okay. And that's it for monsters, and then the rest is all some monsters, I'm just kidding. Next is 2 Ease Gardra. So this is like your Garcat, except you can counter call him, so you can extend your attack plays. On top of that, you can call him during either your turn or your opponent's turn, and you gain a life, charge, and draw, so it's like the Garbird actually. And you run 2 of those, not too many because we need to draw into our Gargas to do things. And next I run 3 Aegir Gardra. So Aegir Gardra searches out your buddy, which is, you know, obviously DD Gargantua Dragon. And on top of that, he has the ability like the Ball Thunder Empire impact, where when you attack your opponent and everything on their field. So it gets around things like Athora and, you know, just beefy centers that you just can't mow down all the time. And yeah. And then for the spells, I run 1 Garsengen, draws cards, Evolution Spirit. So this one protects things from bouncing, and on top of that, Gauge and Soul. And I run 1 Road to Champion. So this is either, there are some cases where you need to pull something out of a drop zone, so you just kind of snag it out, or you can just tap and carry on. Next, I run 1 Radiant Combat Deity Glory. So this is the card, like I said, like Revival Buddy Garga. You just grab a card out of the drop zone, and then you GFO, extend your plays, keep it going. 1 Grace of the Sun Deity, obviously just to protect stuff. And 2 Fighter's High. So this is the card that you know, resets your board, I mean, protects your board, protects you, and resets your deck if you start running out of cards, because you do burn through the deck. And you know, oh gosh, I need to refilter everything, so you just cast 1 of these and call it a day. Next I run 2 Gar Oracle. Gar Oracle is just your cast, gain 2, and then you gain life if you have a drag god on the field, which you almost always do, except when you need to draw cards to call it, obviously. Next I run 2 Gar Parry. This is just your null and draw, so this lets you draw more cards and GFO during your opponent's turn to extend plays and build up your defense on your opponent's turn. And then I run 2 Gar Helm, or Highland. So 2 Gar Highland, you can put a DDT from the field into the drop zone. You can gain 4 life, or you can gauge 4. I only use it for the gauge 4 because the gauge 4 is the most important, because you need gauge to extend your combo plays. Next we run 2 Fighting Emperor Dragon Shield, and this is basically like your white dragon shield, I think is what it was in the original, which is you, if you drag on the field, you know, gauge 2 and gain 2. So we think about gaining life and gaining gauge, because everything else generates your hand. Like this card next here, which is Dear Friend. This is my favorite card in the Buddy Ragnarok with the art and everything. So yeah, this lets you protect yourself for an entire turn, or you can draw 3. Excuse me. And the draw 3 is really powerful. Helps you search out combo plays, and you can just keep going and doing your thing. Like a card like this. This is Battle of Glory, another new card from Buddy Ragnarok. This is basically your GFO, check top 5 and GFO from the top 5 and extend your plays even more forward. And lastly, we have 3 Gargantua switch mode. And this is just, you know, extend your GFO plays. If you already used your GGFO and you want to keep going, that's how you keep going. But we don't stop with the spells to GFO because we actually run 1 Combat DD Dragon Fang Sword Garga Saber. And yep, you know, just GFO, extend the plays, and then we run 1 DD Dragon Greatsword Garbuster. So this is just if you mow down their center and you can hit them for 1 fat critical, just 1 fat critical attack. And on top of that, with your DD Gargantua Dragon dual mode, you give 10,000 power, so we don't have to worry about the 3k power that it has. And it can't be tapped, so once it's a big crit, just attack it, and then they can just nullify the attack, but it's okay. I like it. And last for weapons, I run 2 Twin Beam Sword Garzillion Sword. So this is the new weapon, so this protects abilities and Dragods from being nullified and destroyed, and as well as all DD Dragon Tribes, so that counts itself. And on top of that, here's its ability. Oh, didn't show it, my bad. Yeah. Extend your plays, enable it, let you make more plays with your Garga deck. And lastly, I run 2 impacts, DD Gargantua Punisher, obviously just free 5 damage. So main combo play usually is like, oh shit, yeah, let me just, you know, GFO into my Gargantua Blade Mage. So you go Blade Mage, deal 5, and that's 10 damage in 1 turn. But yes, that's my deck. Yes, I think this is one of my most favorite decks, getting back into Buddyfight after leaving in the middle of D series or triple D series. But yeah, if you want to see more Buddyfight profiles or want me to upload more, I can definitely work on that. Just let me know and leave a comment below. Thank you and goodbye.